Yo, what's going on guys, it's Cynical, and today for you guys we've got some Kingdom Hearts news and information talking towards the Master of Masters. Now of course the Master of Masters is a brand new character that was introduced in Kingdom Hearts key back cover, and it's always very interesting learning more about this guy as he is pretty damn mysterious. Now this information comes out of an interview that was conducted last month shortly before the release of Kingdom Hearts 2.8. Famitsu actually ended up interviewing Tetsuya Nomura, talking everything towards Kingdom Hearts 2.8, and I actually held off from speaking about the information that was actually displayed in this interview, mainly because of the fact that it contained a lot of spoilers, and of course as you guys know, the rest of us didn't receive Kingdom Hearts 2.8 until the 24th of January. However though, there's a lot of interesting stuff in here, and I thought today we would start off with talking about the Master of Masters, so without further ado, let's just jump into it. The first point I thought I'd start off with is talking about the Master of Masters' involvement in Kingdom Hearts 3, and thanks to Tetsuya Nomura we have a confirmed answer as to whether or not the Master of Masters will indeed be in Kingdom Hearts 3 or not. So Famitsu asked, the Master appears to be quite the important character. Will we find out the reason for his disappearance in Kingdom Hearts 3? Nomura replied, some of the story developments from Kingdom Hearts key back cover will be touched upon in some way or shape in Kingdom Hearts 3, but the Master won't make an appearance. As for his surprise on the other hand, so of course thanks to that response right there, we have the confirmed answer that the Master will not be making an appearance in Kingdom Hearts 3. Now, quite frankly, this does take me by surprise because of the fact that you guys should probably know that Kingdom Hearts Key, or more so the Key Saga, is an origin story to that of Kingdom Hearts, and we know that the Master is a very, very important character, if not one of the most important characters that we've of course seen in Kingdom Hearts thus far, even though he's received very little screen time. He is the one that can predict the future, and of course we do know that in some sort of shape or form he does have a connection to Xehanort. You guys should probably know that of course Luxu, who is the Master's apprentice, was given the mission to escort the Keyblade known as No Name, which is the exact same Keyblade that Master Xehanort uses, through time so that the Master can use the gazing eye that is emblazoned on the Keyblade itself to peer into the future. In fact, even in Kingdom Hearts key back cover, the Master made it very clear that the reason why the Master can currently see into the future during the events of Kingdom Hearts key back cover, and the reason the Tome of Prophecies is actually written, is because Luxu in the future actually accomplished the task of guiding that Keyblade through time. It was explained to Luxu that he must actually go ahead and find his own apprentice and hand down that Keyblade, which in some sort of way makes sense that either Xehanort is the apprentice of Luxu, or of course Luxu's apprentice is Master Xehanort's master. One way or another though, it kind of makes sense that Xehanort does have a connection to the overall Master of Masters. So does this mean that the Master himself is evil? Who really knows? And because of the fact that it's made very clear that the Master of Masters is quite an important character, I was honestly expecting him to appear in Kingdom Hearts 3, and not even just that, but even seeing his performance in Kingdom Hearts key back cover, I desperately want to see him again, perhaps maybe after the events of Kingdom Hearts 3 in whatever other Kingdom Hearts games come out after 3, perhaps maybe we will have more screen time for the Master of Masters. It honestly does get me quite sad because I love the personality of the Master of Masters. He is like the most hilarious character we have ever had in Kingdom Hearts. You can't tell if he's being sarcastic, if he's being serious, and I absolutely love it. However though, Nomura said right here that the different story developments that are of course displayed in Kingdom Hearts key back cover will be touched upon and more so explained in Kingdom Hearts 3, so that's always good. Famitsu continued to ask, by that are you talking about the box that the Master called a surprise and entrusted to Luxu along with the Keyblade? There was also something written on it. Nomura replied, the perceptive fan may have already worked it out, but it still remains a secret. In Kingdom Hearts 3, a certain person is looking for that box. So like we were talking about in the first point, Nomura said that apparently there is some sort of a surprise that will be getting explained in Kingdom Hearts 3. Now of course I do believe that that surprise is indeed the box that was entrusted to Luxu. Now Luxu's mission, like we talked about, was of course to guide the Keyblade through time so that the Master can peer into the future. But not only that, he was also entrusted to deliver the box to a certain location. Now the whole box situation is very mysterious because we literally know absolutely nothing about the box. We know quite a bit about the Keyblade itself, But in terms of the box, we know nothing about the box, what's in it, where it's going, what the purpose behind it is, absolutely diddly squat. Like Nomura said, at this point, it still remains a secret, and of course in Kingdom Hearts 3 we will indeed be learning more about the box and exactly what the box contains. He also mentioned in this point that someone is apparently looking for the box, and I solemnly do believe that that person in particular will indeed be Xehanort. Now we have talked about the box in the past, and there's a bunch of different theories and quite a lot of speculation that revolves around the box itself in terms of what's actually inside of it. There's a bunch of different things like talking about the shattered pieces of light and darkness in order to forge the Keyblade, perhaps maybe a super weapon to fight against Xehanort's plans, if of course Xehanort isn't really helping out with the Master's overall grand scheme. Of course there's a bunch of different things, but we won't really know for sure what is actually inside of the box until we get our dirty hands on Kingdom Hearts 3. But it certainly is very obvious that whatever is inside the box is a big fucking secret, because the Master didn't tell us the contents of the box in Kingdom Hearts Key Back Cubby went all low-key whisper mode. Damn you. Next up, so the box's contents will be revealed in Kingdom Hearts 3. By the way, in this world that can be considered to be during the time period spoken about in fairy tales, what sort of position is the Xblade or Keyblade in? Nomura said the Master knows about its existence. Using the Keyblade as a model, he creates his own Keyblades. Well, by create, I don't mean that in a physical sense, such as forging and tempering them. I mean more along the lines of pulling one out from the depths of a heart. So when talking upon the Xblade in Kingdom Hearts Key, it's always a very interesting topic, mainly because of the fact that the Xblade just seems to never actually be brought up during the Kingdom Hearts Key saga, and quite honestly, that's pretty surprising considering the fact that, like, the Xblade is the most important Keyblade of all time. It is literally the key to the power of Kingdom Hearts itself. Now, Nomura is saying right here that the Master of Masters definitely knows that it exists, and of course that's fairly obvious because of the fact that all Keyblades were created in the image of the original Keyblade, which is known as the Xblade. This means that the very first original Keyblades that were created by the Master of Masters himself were created from the image of the Xblade. So of course these include Keyblades like Master Xehanort's Keyblade, which is known as No Name, and the original 5 foreteller Keyblades. But I think what's interesting here is the fact that Nomura says, of course, the Master of Master does create Keyblades, that much we do know. However, his process is very interesting. Now, of course, he's no blacksmith. He doesn't spend hours in his room forging Keyblades out of steel and whatnot. Rather, he uses the process of going into the depths of a heart to retrieve a Keyblade itself. Yeah, now if you ask me, that's a pretty Kingdom Hearts-esque type of process. But interesting nonetheless, is he talking about the fact that he dives into his own heart to, of course, get this sort of power? Or more so, is he going into the hearts of his apprentices in order to create these Keyblades? The elaboration is very, very subtle, and I think that's a Tetsuya Nomura type of way of explaining things, but I honestly hope that in Kingdom Hearts 3, we get a better elaboration on the process in which the Master of Masters used in order to create the original Keyblades. Because of course we do know that the Keyblade known as No Name, which is the same Keyblade Master Xehanort uses, is the most ancient Keyblade. Of course, disregarding the Xblade, as of course it is explained in the secret cutscene in Kingdom Hearts Recoded for 2.5. However guys, that is all for today. It's always very interesting learning more about the Master of Masters. I honestly have to say it's pretty damn sad to know that the Master of Masters will not be, appearing in Kingdom Hearts 3. That does get me down quite a bit because he's actually such an enjoyable character. You know, we don't actually know as of right now whether he's a villain or if he's a good guy, or if he's like neutral, and I think that sort of mystery is very interesting when it comes to character building. Like, still as of right now, even though we have Kingdom Hearts Key back cover and Unchained Key and Kingdom Hearts Key, we still really don't know too much about this guy, and I honestly hope that even though, he's not actually appearing in Kingdom Hearts 3, we actually get a better idea as to exactly who this man is. However guys, hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.